My in-laws, 55 and 53, insist on mentoring us in our marriage, despite their own marital issues. My wife, 28 and I, 32 have been married for 3 years. We got married young, but we didn't really know each other before that. We grew up together since college, but it wasn't until after graduation that we realized our feelings towards each other. We moved into my parents' house with them, which was fine at first. But over time, my mother's constant comments about my wife started to wear me down. She would say things like, "You should be making more money," or "Why don't you do something with your life?" And she always made these little jabs about my wife. My father tried to stay out of it, but even he couldn't avoid getting pulled in sometimes. It started to get worse whenever my wife wanted to do anything outside the house. My mom would tell her that she needed to be home to cook dinner, or that she needed to work harder so we could afford a bigger house. I told my wife multiple times to not take this personally because they were just trying to help. But she kept hearing those comments and started to feel guilty. She began questioning whether she was enough for me, if I thought she was good enough. The tension between us grew to the point where we stopped wanting to go anywhere. If we did go somewhere, we'd sit in silence, waiting for my mother to find something to say. Eventually, I stopped inviting her along altogether. But then one day, my wife came to me crying. She said she felt like she wasn't good enough for me, that my mother had convinced her of it. I was shocked. I reassured her that she was good enough, but she insisted that she wasn't. She said that maybe we shouldn't get married anymore. That maybe we weren't meant to be together. That she was sorry for ruining everything. I was devastated. I told her that we would talk about it later, but I couldn't think of anything else to say. We both ended up going to bed early. In the morning, I went to apologize again, but my wife wouldn't listen. She packed some clothes and left without saying a word. I spent the rest of the day feeling hopeless. When she got back, she told me that she had decided to break off the engagement. I was heartbroken. We cried together for hours, but eventually agreed to call it quits. I called my parents, hoping that they might understand what happened. But instead, my mom started berating me for letting my wife walk all over me. She accused me of being weak for putting up with her nonsense. My dad tried to intervene, but she continued to rant about how I should have done more to keep my wife from leaving. I couldn't take it any longer. I hung up and left the house. I stayed with friends for weeks, unable to move on. Eventually, I found a job in another state and decided to start fresh. But now I'm moving back here to face my parents again.